Put the cookie down. It's time for M&C Mornings.
Damn right. Time for M&C Mornings. And we are glad that you have you guys all back and join us the week after E3. It should be a fantastic show. We have a ton of stuff to talk about. What's up, Mooch? How you doing?
What's up, buddy? Yeah, that E3 hangover is just calming down, right? I don't have that pressure sinus headache of all the nonsense. Yeah. However, the media has done a good job this week of keeping enough news circulating throughout the podcast, right? Crap, I mean, we've done so many shows this week, and the media just keeps providing more and more biased nonsense so that we get more and more material.
Yeah, you know what? I actually kind of like that. It keeps you busy. Yeah. We have a lot of stuff to talk about. And J-Dubs, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, guys. Thanks. Yeah, it's been a crazy week of E3 news and the fake news and crazy shit that's been going on. But I'm looking forward to moving forward and looking forward to getting a Xbox One X in the near future.
As soon as that thing's able to be purchased for pre-order.
As soon as it becomes available.
Yeah, they're like, hey, let's show this awesome console and then not allow anybody to pre-order it, right? Like, to me, I'm just like sitting there checking every day. And I've signed up for like emails on like various sites. So they're like, we'll let you know as soon as it comes available for pre-order. I don't know. I wish that you could just get one now. You know what I mean? I want to kind of lock that in, you know? I was actually like upset. I was like, if they allow you to pre-order that right after E3, it's a Sunday and GameStop's already closed. So that's where I would have went to get it. And you know,
what was the rationale, Crap? Did I hear something along the lines of because of the name and the way they had a file for it or something? That's what kind of delayed it. Or
yeah,
was
something
it
with the FCC, some kind of thing like that. So I think that we'll get it sooner or later. But they also tried to say something along the lines of, we didn't want everybody to go out and do that or to go out and pre-order. We wanted to build up hype for it or something. I don't know. I think it all had to do with the FCC filings and things like that. So hopefully, we'll see something come from that very soon or hopefully very soon, because people are going to want. Some people like to pay it off slowly or whatever, like at a GameStop or whatever. Like I remember doing that with the original Xbox One when it was up for pre-order. I paid on it slowly throughout the year, and then was able to kind of do it that way. So, what about you, man? What did you think of E3?
Well, man, listen, E3, before we jump into E3 crap, let's just send out a happy Father's Day to everybody, because today is a big day, right? I mean, we got a lot of dads that are gamers. A lot of people in the chat are fall into that category. And I, myself personally, and shout out to Foxy, who's been sending them out all morning, but the great BioShock, okay? With the Big Daddy memes are in full effect today for Father's Day. So, yeah, happy Father's Day to everybody.
Like you and J-Dubs and the Governor and, all the rest of you guys, the Xbox Pope, and, there's so many great dads out there.
Speaking of that, we should address the Xbox Pope, because I know the Pope listens, which is fantastic. There's nothing like being blessed by the Xbox Pope. He actually thought for a second that he was going to change his name, and I told him, I said, unfortunately, everything, me and you are big fans of choice, right, and having your right. Unfortunately, the Pope can't change, because the Pope can only lose power once he's passed away, and then we have to wait for white smoke to come out of Rome.
Exactly. You know what I call him? I call him Pope Tom the First.
Pope Tom the First.
I'm like, hey,
Tommy, by the way, you're great. Your work is fantastic, and I'm telling you right now, you have no idea how great it is to be the Pope. It's great. It is. It's a fantastic.
Like if he stops being the Pope, who's going to spread the good word of the graphic god?
That's absolutely what I'm saying. Like he is the.
Look at he wrote you guys in the chat.
Yeah. Like he's the one that sends out the blessings. In fact, he sent out a GIF of the Pope pissing on a wall this morning.
He did, which was absolutely hysterical. You have no idea how much material you have untapped yet, Pope Tom. But yeah, no, it's great. It is great to have him and everybody here. So enjoy your Father's Day. Hey, listen, this is a great time. This isn't just go hibernate in the basement and play your favorite game as a dad. It's grab your Switch, your Xbox, that other one, and play.
Your
play
Wii.
Your Wii,
your Switch,
your Game Boy Advance, whatever you got, and go ahead and play with your family. Enjoy a game with some of the kids, and just do something together as a family. But yeah, nonetheless, awesome stuff out there. But to get back to your original question, crap at E3. I think E3 was great. I think that we saw now that the polls and the results are out. and they're saying that Microsoft got the most buzz. Now, personally, I'm not going to sit here. I know you guys, and crap, I'm not going to rain on your parade. You go ahead and boast that all you want.
Yeah, personally, they destroyed it, man.
They did. They did destroy it. They destroyed it. They got the news. They got the headlines. But, of course, with every good headline, with great power comes great responsibility, right? So with a great headline, of course, now you have to fend off more and more of the Polygons of the world and the Kotakus and their articles of nonsense. But we'll get into it because the Xbox One X's power is true 4K power, and the developers are now the people that we have to kind of keep our eye on because we can't let them. And I spoke to some developers last night when I was playing on Xbox Live, and they agreed with me. They agreed with me that there's a lot of power in the developers.
Were these the same developers pushing 30 FPS?
That's really good. I didn't even plan for that. I told Jay to work that in. I wasn't even trying to work that in there.
Yeah.
But that's great. No, I just think that these guys, we've given them a lot of power crap. So I mean, what's your take on how this is going to be distributed as far as is now? I don't mean power as in power of the box. I mean power as far as like power, going to their head.
Yeah, unfortunately, like we said on Crossfire on Friday, with these developers, it's a situation where some of the bigger ones are probably going to want the games to be equal across all the consoles, where the up-and-comers or the ones that are used to working mainly on PC, those are the ones that are really going to kind of stand out and do a better job and push the envelope as far as they don't care about frame rate parity between the consoles and things like that. If one console can do better, they're going to let it do better. And that is what we should encourage. That's what we should support as Xbox gamers. But at the end of the day, all the games are going to be on Xbox One X. They're all going to be better than anything on the Pro at the end of the day. So people have to keep that in mind. Even if you do dynamic scaling, it's going to dynamically scale much higher on the One X, no matter what, than the Pro. So even with a game like Assassin's Creed Origins, which looked gorgeous, and people were like in awe of it. Like we heard Southbound, he's like, when they showed that at the Xbox conference, they're like, how come there wasn't a big reaction? He's like, because everybody was in awe on the big screen. They were just like amazed by it.
Right.
So I think that speaks volumes. And we have to keep in mind that was a 4K native game. It's just it has dynamic scaling, so it might not be native 4K the entire time. But it'll be damn sure much higher than the PS4 Pro.
Well, that's what people got to start taking away from this. This is a mid-gen, okay? It's a mid-gen. It's stronger than the Pro, but it's not next generation. So what people need to understand is now, when you still want the superior third party, even if it's not full 4K, the entire 10-hour experience, but it's 4K, the 8 hours of your experience, it's going to be doing more than the Pro can do, and you're going to get your money's worth because it's the lighting, the textures, like I say, the scaling differential between like where your character is standing in your eyesight going out. There's still buildings, mountains, background that used to just be blur or non-existent and now is there. These are the things that the Xbox One X can do. And if you say it doesn't matter to you, well, hey, I can't tell you how you actually feel when you're playing a game. But in all honesty, it does matter. And it's just like anything else. Like of course, I like to give Apple credit where it's due, right? They're the first ones to introduce that Retina display on a screen. Yeah. And then Samsung followed suit, et cetera, et cetera.
Not realizing people could just knock your ass out and hold your eye open and scan your Retina like that. You know what I mean?
Exactly. But think about how it's changed text, right, crap? It's changed the way that we read text digitally. And my point being is that when this happens and occurs on the Xbox One X, it'll be the way that you start seeing games differently, and it'll become the new standard eventually.
Go ahead. People purchased a PS4 over an Xbox One because 1080p was better than 900p. Then what are their excuses now?
I don't know, and that's a great point, Jay.
Yeah, I mean, that is a good point. Hey, and we got, let's see, we've got She-Wolf, we've got Noof, we've got Showstopper. Dude, Showstopper's been around a lot. He's been doing these little mini podcasts and stuff. It's pretty funny. I'm hoping
they have been really good.
Yeah, like, man, glad to have you guys all come out here tonight. Make sure there's no post E3 hangover. What's up, GKB, She-Wolf? Happy Father's Day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I see all you guys. Blue, man.
Yeah, we got a great crew. Luca's having a hard time, she said, with Wolfenstein crap. Can you talk about that?
Okay, so yesterday,
Luke on the spot.
Yesterday randomly, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna boot up Wolfenstein because I have had it for a long time and I hadn't played it yet. So I was like, I'm bored. I don't have, I didn't have to work yesterday, so I was like, I'll play this game. I played Wolfenstein. I'm like, holy crap, it's really good. And then I told Luca that, and then she started playing it because she just got it, and she was like, yeah, it is really good. And then, but she's dying a lot, you know, because not everybody can be super good at games like me. And, and play on extremely hard difficulty levels and be amazing. But I am one of those people, so you know, I was just totally just slapping that game around, man. That game's basically like cardboard cutouts to me, you know, and I'm going around there with a bazooka. So yeah, like I'm a beast at the game, so I'm happy to help out, giving her tips or whatever she needs. You know, I'm that good. I'm just saying. So.
Yeah, no, listen, Wolfenstein's a great game, and I'll be honest with you, if it wasn't for Wolfenstein 2, I don't know if that showing would have been so great at E3. What do you got, Crap?
Well, I was just going to say that the game, like, I'm really blown away by Bethesda and the way that they put out these games, like Doom and that. Like, the gameplay is so fluid, so amazing, you know, just absolutely slick gameplay. I think it's at 60 FPS, and that's something that's awesome. I also have Wolfenstein, the New Blood or whatever it is, the expansion
DLC,
or whatever.
yeah.
It was like $5 like last year or something, and I picked it up. And
is Metro still on sale? They were giving away Metro, what is it, Metro 2033 and Metro Light or something like that, whatever. It was like the combo pack was like $6.85. I think you get a small fry from McDonald's too.
I bought those last year at that price, and I've had them forever. Like, I've had them on Xbox 360 because they gave them away on 360 before as well, and so I've had them and I haven't played them. So yeah, I'm hoping.
You know, and I'm pissed off because with the whole Metro thing coming back to life and the series rejuvenated, now I wish I bought those two remasters. They were like $8. I've never seen a combo pack for $8 like that on two AAA experiences.
It's a really good deal. See, that's why I bought it, and now that's something that's good about E3, right?
Yeah.
Because we saw the new Metro, which looks good. I saw the new Wolfenstein, which looked really good, and it made me want to go back and play the old one.
Right.
So I'm like, hell yeah, and yeah, I just I think it's amazing. Hey, cool. We got us an early morning call. We didn't even have to give out the phone number.
Mention the phone number. Yeah.
So. M&C Mornings. What's up? How you doing? Whoa. We got us an early morning call. We didn't even have to give out the.
Mention the phone number.
All right. First of all, you motherfucker. I'm not you on Wolfenstein. How dare you? How dare you?
That's great. That's great.
First of all, you motherfucker.
Oh, good. We get it twice, Shay.
That's all I wanted to say. Have a nice morning.
That's so great. Luca, you're great. That's awesome. That's your morning call, bitch out. We just got you get bitched out by Luca. Luca just crushed us. That's great.
No, you didn't.
That's great. Yeah, because Luca was saying to me, she's like, Wolfenstein's giving me a hard time in Dark Souls. I played Dark Souls last night, and it took, 6 or 7 attempts, maybe 8 attempts for me to kill one of these major bosses. I'm about halfway through, maybe a little past it.
Yeah.
And it was a hard-ass fight, dude. You have to learn how to fight these guys. So when I played Wolfenstein, I played it on the hardest level, and it was definitely challenging, but just like with Doom, you get into the rhythm of it. Once you get into the rhythm of it, you start to like. There was 1 or 2 enemies I would say towards the end of Wolfenstein that were a bit challenging. I'm trying to think, Luca. Let me find it. I gotta look and see. All right, so
Booch, I have a question. Is Wolfenstein made by the same company that makes Mario Brothers?
Mario Brothers?
No, not at all. Not at all.
No.
It's funny. So let's talk this. So I was playing, and Luca and Timodos are asking me which boss was. It's this huge skeleton with a crown on his head. He like crawls up. You're in this dark cave cavity, and he crawls up, and like you have to hit his bracelets. You have to hit the left bracelet, you have to destroy those, then the right. And he spews like venom and stuff out of his mouth, and like all the undead come up from the ground to fight you. So I'm pretty sure you guys know who that is. Yeah, look at Timodos. Timodos is like, I can name that enemy in 2 notes. He was like, you said bracelets, skeleton. That's Woolnor. So Timodos just wins the holy shit. He guessed that in 2 notes. That was great. No, it was a great fight. Shout out to Scythe Effects who was with me. But yeah, the other thing that people don't realize, Crap, is when you're playing Dark Souls, Dark Souls, when you're playing alone, has a certain scale of difficulty. The minute you bring in somebody to help you fight a boss, literally, this is no joke. I believe they said the difficulty level goes up by over 50%. That's the way that the game is made. What does he say?
Is it already an extensive, difficult game?
It is already difficult, but let me tell you something. So when I took on the enemy alone, when Scythe had died one time, the level of difficulty on the enemy is magnified like 5-6x when you have somebody help you. Right, see Lucas saying facts, and look, everybody. Wow, we have a great chat today, folks, but we have quite the critical chat. I got GKB telling me, Mooch, it's Wolfenstein.
It's Wolfenstein,
not Wolfenstein, not Wolfenstein. Well, maybe Wolfenstein was one of those famous producers in Hollywood. I always got confused.
I think that's maybe why Jay was making the Mario joke.
Oh, is that why he's making that joke?
I think so, because it's Wolfenstein. I've always considered it Wolfenstein, like
Ben
I always
Stein. Say Wolfenstein.
It's like It's Ben Stein, not Ben Steen.
Steen.
No, Stein, man. It's
is
Ben
it?
Stein.
I thought the whole thing was supposed to be it's German.
Yeah, Stein.
Stein? It's not Steen?
No, it's Stein.
No.
Schweinhund.
Yes, it's Stein.
Yeah,
well, like, yeah.
That's not like Mario. You guys are, by the way, anytime I mention a game that has more than one player in it, crap's like, damn you, Destiny. I get, and now every time I say anything incorrect, if I say coffee wrong, they're like, is that like Mario? No, it's not.
Hey, we ought to get to some of the voicemails because I know we got some. Also, I want to remind you guys that we have the big game giveaway.
Huge game
Patreon.
giveaway.
Yeah.
It's today,
Patreon
folks.
support
Today.
we got. And the wheel is so packed full of names that the names don't even show up on the wheel. It's funny.
Guys, not just that, but we yelled at Jay so much last week for having the shortest wheel. When this wheel spins, okay? And real quick before we get to that voicemail, AJ Felton, yes, I do have Niho. I'm actually going to start playing that probably after I get done with Souls. But yes, no, I've started it, and that is way harder than Dark Souls.
And we have a really good top 10. We're going no-net top 10. We're doing it live.
We're doing it live, folks.
Yeah, so make sure you guys hit that like button because I usually hold it ransom. So, yeah, make sure you guys hit that like button because I guarantee it's not going to happen before probably 250, 275 likes. So, yeah, if it happens, it'll be at a good amount of likes. So, Jay, who do we got on deck?
Well, we have the person that just called in and tell you to fuck yourself.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
Hey, Mooch, Crap, J-Dubs. Good morning. I hope you guys are doing well. And it's a week after E3. This has been a very, very interesting week. Lots of divide in the community, but honestly, what else is new? So, quick question for me. I was curious as to what games you guys are most looking forward to from all of the conferences. I would have to say your top 3 games. I was going to do top 3 games for each conference, but Bethesda only showed off 2 fucking games, so that was a bust. All right, guys. I'll talk to you all later. Have a nice morning. Bye.
So she wants to know our top 3 games from each conference?
No, just top 3 overall.
Ah. Wow. Yeah. Do you want to go, Crap? You've been working on this since you were born. Go ahead.
Yeah,
you got this shit down.
I would say Anthem. Anthem, Sea of Thieves, and quite possibly, damn, man, that is a real tough one. Thinking
it is
3.
Tough.
Because there are a lot that I'm really interested in.
Wasn't the question to add which ones were your favorite from each of the conferences?
That's what I thought. I thought it was each conference, which is.
But then she said that Bethesda only showed 2.
Well, yeah,
I think she was only exempting Bethesda, but yes, that's fine.
Oh, okay. Well, I can do that.
It'd be a little easier to do the all 3.
Yeah. Okay. So if I did EA, it would be Madden, Battlefront 2, and Anthem, I suppose, because they announced it there. And then if you did Microsoft's Forza, Sea of Thieves, and let me think. What else did I think was pretty damn good from that? Ashen looked really good, or maybe Crackdown. I really like the look of that. So those would be the 3 from there. And then when you go to Ubisoft, I think that Steep DLC. No, I'm just kidding. Obviously, Beyond Good and Evil 2. Let's see what else. That pirate game. What the hell is that damn game?
Skeletons.
Skull and Bones.
Skull and Bones, yes.
Yeah, Skull and Bones, and then also Assassin's Creed looked really good on that one. When you go to even Bethesda's, obviously only Wolfenstein and it looked really good. And then when you go to Sony's, Skyrim VR. Let's see. I guess Spider-Man and God of War, I suppose.
Well, I'm gonna give the short edition. I'm not gonna do the EA Ubisoft. I'm just gonna do Microsoft and Sony. Microsoft, and I'm gonna give credit where credit's due. If you want to call it EA, But I would say that I'm looking forward to Crackdown 3, Anthem, and probably there's a series of the AA or indie or whatever you want to call them in the middle there that I can't wait. Which is one of them being Ashen, but Metro definitely caught my eye, which is third party, but nonetheless on Microsoft stage. Sony's is easier to pick because they only showed 3 games. They got, I would say, Spider-Man was good, God of War, and Days Gone. I'll be generic there because anybody who puts Detroit in their top 3 games also plays crossword puzzles before they go to work on Monday morning.
Like 3 down. What's...
Yeah. And, I'm getting a lot of shit crap since Crossfire, and I don't blame them. Look, I'm going to give Sea of Thieves a shot, so... Anyone that thinks I'm not going to do, this isn't to play it, don't hate it till you play it. But I will say this much. It's got potential, and I do think that since streaming is the new podcasting crap, I think that it's going to be a great streaming game. I think that's going to have
it's going to be amazing.
Huge longevity in the gaming world.
Absolutely amazing, yep. So,
you want to do another voicemail crap? We do have a lot of them, and we spoke for 30 minutes out the gate.
Yeah. We did we really? Well,
I think so.
20. Well, we're 24 minutes in, so
I always round up in New York. We move fast here. Yes.
Yeah. Let's see. Who do we got?
We've got Def Jam Bam on deck.
Nice.
What's up, Mooch Crap? J Dubs, aka Jay. If y'all had a chance to make a new IP, and it was Microsoft that was going to be coming out with it, what would your new IP be? Like to hear y'all guys' thoughts on that. Jay, play the Seagulls. And everybody in the chat, y'all already know what the fuck to do. I ain't got to tell y'all. Def Jam and the Seagulls is out. And you're listening to Mooch and Crap in the Mornings with Jay. Jay, make sure you turn that into a shirt. You need that Jay shirt ASAP. Peace.
You know what you got to do? You should get that clean where he's like, you're listening to Mooch and Crap and Jay in the morning. That's a perfect intro right there.
Yeah.
That is perfect.
I like how people, he doesn't even have to say it. People just start pressing the 1 in the chat.
Yeah, they're like 1 because we know it's Def Jam Bam.
It's on track.
Yeah, hey, he didn't do the the basement thing.
He didn't do the basement. That's right. Yeah, right. The basement thing.
A new IP. You know what I do? I just do what Sony does. Make everything look like The Last of Us and play like The Last of Us and mix in some other games like Tomb Raider, and there you go.
Yeah, and name it The Us of the Last. You know what we can do is so I would go ahead.
We can steal all the formula from Arkham Asylum and put a Spider-Man skin on it and add a bunch of QuickTime events.
And hang out on a roof of a building.
Yeah, it'll be great. I'm telling you. And then what Microsoft mostly has to do is announce these games, show them off, but don't release them for like 4 years. Like, that gets everybody all lathered up. Yeah, like that's a super deep tease right there. That would be great.
My idea though for a game, in all honesty, jokes aside, would be something that's like I've said this a number of times. Like that what was that thing called? Something Heist, the Shingo Heist, Shang Heist. Yeah. That was actually a great idea, and I've always said, listen, we all sit here and we're like, oh my god, GoldenEye was great. GoldenEye was great. We haven't had one like 007 style game, right? Where you're this, like, it's like Hitman meets Tomb Raider almost. You know what I mean? Where it's like scaling up buildings, sneaking into offices, grabbing memos and this and that, and then having major boss fights, and then having high flying like helicopter fights in midair, and then a boat fight. Like, do you remember games where we used to have those types of things all going on? Like Contra used to do it, and even the shittier versions of when we were kids, they did all those amazing like fights throughout the game, and you don't see that anymore. Now it's just the same old, same old. Someone in the chat crap, Dean Filigretti says, if there's any game you could take from Sony, what would it be? And I mean, Crap and I just kind of busted its balls a little bit, but I think that if they could grab something like The Last of Us and not have 8 versions of it in other titles, The Last of Us would have done something that would have been very good on the Xbox.
Hey, Showstopper wants to know if you're getting the Super Lucky's Tale.
You know, I think I am. I think I'll get it. I like platformers. I liked Ori. I love Ori. I was actually going to strike up. So, I don't know. This is first world problems, folks. But anybody who has an Xbox One in 2 different parts of their home, you know, you have to download everything again digitally. Like, sometimes I think I have it on the second Xbox. So I'll go down there and I'm
playing
like,
soccer cars on Friday, and you're like, oh, I gotta download it.
But then it happened again last night. I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm in the mood. I'm just in the mood to jam some music loud and listen to and play some. I was gonna play Ori the Definitive Edition. I go downstairs, turn on the surround sound, kick it on, and bang! What do I have? No Ori. So, fuck. Anyway, yeah. So, anyways, I would say that Ori's a great platformer. I think we have a call, but I'm definitely gonna check out that Tales game. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I love it. M&C Mornings, what's up?
Hey, Mooch. Hey, Crab. This is Xbox Trigger. I just am making a call today because I forgot to make a voice note because all this craziness at E3.
Yeah.
I have 2 questions. One, since it's been confirmed that Metro is going to be 4K native on Xbox One X, they think it's going to be 60 frames because the remasters are 60 frames. So you would think it'll be 60 frames on the new consoles. I want to know about that. And also, do you think Jeff Keighley will ever host another Microsoft event after he outed the price? I don't think so. Anyway, those are my 2 questions. Thank you.
Great questions, Crap.
Jeff Keighley is in the good with Microsoft apparently, even though he leaked shit. Could have been. You
don't think they'll hold it against him?
Could have been just to prepare people a little bit better. You know what I mean? He's good friends with Microsoft. I don't get it. You know, I don't understand it, but I do think that they're going to be at the award show this year too.
Yeah.
And you know, they already were doing interviews with the guy after E3.
Yeah. I listen. I got news for everybody in the audience. I really, it's a puzzle, like wrapped in a mystery, wrapped in an enigma for me. This entire gaming industry, I don't understand it. Like I've said this a million times. Gatorade has the rights to the Super Bowl. They do all the rights in the past, anyways. I don't know if the future is going to change. And one time, I can't remember if it was who's the running backs that retired from Seattle,
Marshawn Lynch.
Marshawn Lynch.
He's now with the Raiders.
Right. But back when they won, he showed up with. I'm putting his name in there. I can't remember if it was him or who it was, but somebody showed up and they were like, they had a Powerade, right? And they were just drinking it at the post game conference. It wasn't like he was promoting it, like pouring it on his head. He was drinking a Powerade, and he got fined $25,000 because Gatorade has the rights. So post show, you're supposed to drink Gatorade, right? Yeah. It shows the athletes. Hear me out, though. You're like, well, Mooch, where are you going with this? Where I'm going with this is you've got Microsoft employees that are just like, yeah, I love Sony. I can't wait to go and strike up Horizon. Like, you have Gatorade. Gatorade's a huge company, right? Like, they're big. They're the Microsoft of soft drinks, okay? Like, they're big in their own respect. And they are going to fine people $25,000 for somebody taking a sip of purple Powerade. And here I don't understand the whole thing. And you have Jeff Keighley, who's invited and pampered by Microsoft for so many events, and then you're going to get your eyes on something that's just a few hours before the show and start leaking it. I mean, but nobody cares, right? That's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's
yeah,
cool.
It's cool.
That's cool.
That's cool. Imagine if he would have
leaked
that for Sony.
It's the only industry that does this. Yeah, right. Well, that's what I wrote him. I said I can't wait to wake up tomorrow morning. This was Sunday. I was referring to Monday. I'm like, I can't wait to wake up tomorrow morning and see what you leak for Sony. Oh, that's right. You won't do that.
Yeah.
So it's okay. It's everything's fine. Everything is totally fine. No worries, guys. Everybody just go amongst your business. The bias is only cool when it's on Microsoft's side. It is what it is. It's. I mean, isn't it mind blowing crap? I mean, you're talking about $25,000 fine for somebody having a sip of purple Powerade.
Yeah.
Over a Gatorade. But these guys can all do whatever they want to Microsoft. Deal, no deal. Well, marketing deal, no marketing deal. It doesn't matter, right? Blue discs are better than green. Okay.
Here's the funny thing. Like,
Sure.
Me and you could boss hog our way into E3 one year, and we could probably get some interviews with people. But it's like, that seems like such a thing, you know what I mean? Like, such a hassle, you know? But then you see the people, when you literally see the people interviewing, like Phil and Aaron and these guys, and they're the dudes that literally make fun of these people nonstop all year round. Like that part, that kind of ticks me off. You know what I mean? Like they're sitting down with the people that were laughing at their E3, you know, before the E3. You know, like nobody predicted Microsoft to go out there and win, but Microsoft went out there, did the longest show, did the best show, you know, that had the most amount of games, and people still give them shit. You know, Sony goes out there half-heartedly, does like not even an hour-long show with exactly the same shit they came out last year, and they showed last year, and with no games again this holiday, no holiday games. But hey, let's all give them applause for putting out a bunch of games earlier in the year, even though nobody really cared about that shit.
Hey guys, in case you didn't know, J-Dubs, here's a new shirt. February's the new Christmas.
Yeah.
Listen, you know what? It's not. It's not Christmas. It's actually Christmas hangover. So I don't know. You know, Sony's determined. What they did was they kind of fell into a room of a pot of gold. And let me explain what. They had so many delays crap early in this generation, Sony. They kept bumping their games to February, and then they saw that February was a lull in games. People were buying games, and now it's a trend. But Sony didn't one day say, you know what, screw Christmas. Screw it. I want to see something in March. Show me a campaign in March. So, you know, that didn't happen like that. I think it was just delays. And then you saw that because nothing comes out. Now that's not true. But nothing used to come out from like the end of January all the way to like June. It was like, okay, this is a really good time to start releasing things. So Sony can get away with not having anything around Christmas. Of course, anything Sony does is genius, right?
Yeah.
It's just genius.
Oh, they're
Absolutely
super
genius.
geniuses, guys. Come on. You know how genius it is to say no to cross-platform play, to keep your console people segregated from everybody else. I mean, what a real service they're doing for their consumers, right? I mean, protecting the people that way. I mean, we should all just be real thankful and send Sean Layden and Jim Ryan our gratitude for keeping everybody safe. They're doing such a service for the fans. Thank you guys so much. And also, thank you, Sony, for not allowing backwards compatibility. I know. We think we want it, but the reality is they're keeping us away from that as a favor to us. And they're also doing us a huge favor by not allowing EA access on PS4. I mean, I know it seems like a really good value. I thought that too until Sony corrected that and said, no, it's not a good value. So now I realize it's not a good value at all, and I'm happy with that. You know, like who wants that stuff anyway? EA games all suck. So we don't even need that stuff. That's all garbage now. We don't want that stuff.
Crap, the Xbox Pope asked a good question. By the way, the chat is rated XXX today, by the way, which is fantastic. I don't know which is going to get more credit today, me and you, Crap, or this chat. This chat's great today. But the Xbox Pope asked, Mooch, Crap, do you guys see any surprises for Gamescom? I think Gamescom is going to have a surprise, but I don't want to sit here and boast the surprise like it's something that is going to trump an E3 surprise. So I don't know. You know what I mean, Crap? What do you think? I don't even think we're going to see a Rise of the Tomb Raider at Gamescom. I don't think it's going to be anything like that.
Something leaked about that.
I don't think Phil's in. I don't think Phil. You said this is not. You always joke. It's not the Phil. It's not the Phil that you think we have. Like
Shadow of the Tomb Raider leaks. I don't think they're going to have any kind of exclusivity with that. But I do think they'll have maybe marketing rights with that. You know?
Oh, marketing rights, yes, but I don't think you're going to see anything at all that's timed exclusive.
Well, if you look at what Phil even says, and he's 100% right, Sony, he doesn't name Sony specifically, but he does say that it's that anybody that does like the timed exclusive content or keeps content off another platform on a multi-plat game isn't doing anybody any favors. And he's 100% right. He's like, we market with companies, but we don't sit there and take away content from other people. And he's right. When people bring up when Microsoft did do that, it wasn't him. You know, like people have to understand that it's not him.
Yeah,
it was beforehand.
Did anybody see the award-winning Knack 2 footage that's been released? I don't know about you, Crap. Right? We should get that and stream it. You know why? Because sometimes people have a hard time sleeping. Yeah, and we can help those folks.
They showed it beforehand.
Yeah, it was terrible. By the way, I loved how they had the IGN guy playing it. I think it was IGN. It was IGN or Polygon, one of them, and they're like doing their whole like, let's play Knack 2. And they were playing it, and they're like, this is the best part. This is great, because now I can actually shrink my character down, go in and do this, right? And he comes back out, and then I can regain the parts that fell off me, and I can grow big again. I'm like, what? Okay.
Hey, you know why they showed that pre-show, right? The same reason they showed Gran Turismo Sport pre-show
Right.
Okay, so Gran Turismo Sport, 140 cars, 15 tracks.
Yeah.
Think about that.
That's a quarter of Forza 7, by the way.
I want to be clear with this, right? The Fast and the Furious free expansion had more content than that. So I mean, like, when you think about that, it just tells you how what an absolute joke Sony is and how bad that Gran Turismo series has fallen off. And then if you look at Forza 7, 100 gigs, like, that game looks absolutely amazing. True 4K, 60 FPS, none of that nonsense. It had 700 cars. You know, that is a real game. As we cross 500 viewers, hit that like button because we are holding a top 10 rant.
Guys, we're doing a live top 10 too. This is not going to be pre-recorded.
We'll see how it goes.
We'll see how this one works. We're doing it live.
We are. We're doing it live. I
love. Oh, shout out to All Day.
Yeah,
and K Mega.
And K Mega.
Without K Mega. Yeah, that's so great. But it's,
yeah, you know, like, the community is really great. Like, this could have been a real letdown of a show because it's post E3, but I'm glad that everybody come out, and it's Father's Day, so we have that as well. So I just want to thank everybody once again for coming on out and supporting the show. We appreciate it. Yeah. Who do we got on deck?
We actually have a live caller waiting.
Oh, okay.
Let's go.
Okay.
Okay. Hello, hi Mooch, hi Crap. My first time calling. I really like the content that both of you provide.
Crapaholic.
I'm just sick of the media. I'm sick of all their crap. I thought Microsoft did awesome this year. I'm very excited for Xbox One X. I'm just tired of everybody. No matter what Microsoft does, they just badmouth them. I'm just sick of it. I've been gaming since it started. I'm 50 years old. I mean, I started gaming with my father. It's just shit like this has never happened. I'm just sick of it. That's all I want to say. I'm happy you guys are around because I really can't go anywhere else for information. Thank you very much.
No, you know what, dude, honestly, that was an awesome call, and thank you. To be honest with you, that's how a lot of us kind of started. And it's a great thing. He calls it on Father's Day, says that he started gaming with his dad back in the day. Similar stories here. You know, like, in all honesty, like, it really, the reason I'm doing what I do is because I watched, Zaire, and I watched Crap, and very few others that were able to start to give you information and news. And of course, we have a bias slant. Everyone's biased. I say that, right? But like Crap says, we're here to entertain and just speak our minds. I'm a very small YouTube channel. Like, I just like to do this because it does give information and it gives the other side of the coin something to listen to, because we all like the other side of the coin and the entire media loves the other side, the Sony side. And it's just like, God, there's nowhere you can go. And I know there's shows like Outside Xbox and things like that, but they're like neutral, right? They say they're Xbox, but they're neutral.
I watch Outside Xbox, and they always have like a Switch on the show or something.
Yeah.
They're like, at the end of the show, they're like, hey, we're playing some Nintendo Switch.
Yes.
Like, hey, great, but like, where's the Xbox?
You watch Podcast Unlocked, right? And they talk about Sony. You watch Greg Miller's Sony show, and it's only Sony. You watch all these shows, like he said, Xbox, Outside Xbox. They have a Switch on there. But when you watch a Sony show, it's a Sony show. There's never an Xbox controller within miles.
Dude, Greg Miller was like 10 out of 10 on that Sony show. Like,
yeah, 10 out of 10.
You can't help but laugh.
Get out of here. 10 out of 10. They cut it by a half an hour. Sean Layden was eating in the background. Sean, you're back on stage. You're back on stage. And he's like, sorry, but let me
I got Cheeto fingers.
Yeah, jackass. It's unbelievable. It really kills me. It kills me. The lopsided gaming media is just so upside down. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. And thanks to that caller, he is a true crapaholic, by the way.
Yeah, definitely. And well, it's always good to get, like, not every gamer is like a 14 or 15-year-old. So there you have a 50-year-old gamer.
I think we have a larger adult audience than younger audience, to be honest. And I think that's across Microsoft, to be honest.
And our big 6 female demographic.
Yes,
so we got
but
that,
they're all here. They're all here.
Yes,
so.
yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. one day we should do. Well, never mind. That would probably get me in trouble.
Yeah, don't get in trouble.
I'm not. Next thing you know,
if this was a live show on the air, you would have seen a lawyer just reach into Crap's ear and be like, and he like, I can't advise that you say that, so I can't speak on that anymore.
It sucks because everybody's so offended by things nowadays, and like I run a little bit loose on stuff. But J-Dubs, who we got on deck, man?
Jack Jackal.
Oh, Jack
Okay,
Jackal.
Jackal.
Is Jack from?
Yeah.
He's from Dubai.
I think so.
Yeah, he's from the Middle East.
Very cool.
Sub Muchin Crab, Sub J-Dubs. This is your fan, Jack Jackal. I want to tell you guys that I'm so ready for the X, and it's gonna be day one purchase for me for sure. I also want to tell you guys that I'm happy that Microsoft is doing the right thing this time. Here's why. They're gonna launch it worldwide, including our region, at the same time as the EU and US. This is why I think Microsoft is changing this time, and I'm so happy for that. So, here's my questions for today's show. What are the old enhanced games you're looking to play once you get the X? For me, it's gonna be Final Fantasy 15, Gears 4, and Forza Horizon 3. Thank you guys for the E3 coverage, actually. I really enjoyed it. And
Nice.
one last thing, which was going around for quite some time on many podcasts I listened to. It's Mario, not Mario.
Woo! Nice. What a shot from Dubai.
Yeah.
Nice. That's outstanding.
That is, and yeah, you know what? Let's see the Gears 4. Obviously, Tim Dog, who was at E3, said Gears 4 on the X looked amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's going to be something. I think I'm also possibly looking forward to seeing how The Witcher goes once it gets enhanced. And I would love, yeah, you know what I mean. Like I think that game looks absolutely amazing.
I'm all in on Doom.
Doom probably
Doom
is going to
be
be amazing.
Sick in 4K.
I got a newfound respect for Bethesda with those shooters, man. Those things are really on point. Like Doom, like the story wasn't great in that, but the gameplay is top notch in that.
Yeah,
so
I don't know. You guys, that's a subject maybe for an entire podcast, but we could touch on it for a second. Are we getting a little too much with the story? Like, I mean, shout out to I was on Quest. I was shout out to Baines, who was like the reason he liked Horizon Zero Dawn was the story, which I thought was the worst part of it. And
Horizon Yawn more like
it was just so boring, and there was like did you notice as you got more and more into Horizon, the people you went to go talk to, they had like 85 different like talking prompts associated with each person. I'm like, dude, I'm here for fuck ever, and nothing's happening. And I sometimes think I think we put a little too much in the story. Yes, there's games like The Last of Us. Yes, there's a deep story in Halo. So I understand these big games that have these big things. Like Gears of War has a decent story to it. But then there's other games where like, and crap, you give shit though. Like Destiny's not about story. I mean, we could say it was. It's about the way an MMO is an MMO. You know what I mean? You get out, you play it every day. If you don't like playing it every day, yeah. Look at somebody. My leg hurts. This is Horizon. My bum leg.
I got a bum
Somebody
leg.
could please just get me a walking cane. And she's like, sure. With those like dead eyes in it. Yes, sure.
Yeah, sure.
I can go get that for you. Okay.
With
Where
the
is
Google,
it?
With the Google eyes.
The
but nobody
googly
made-
eyes.
Nobody made fun of that game for that.
No,
but
of
hey.
course not. Of course not. Guerrilla Games knows what they're doing. They're flawless. Yeah, you know, it is what it is. Whatever.
I can hardly wait to buy some more DLC for that game.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Horizon 2.
Yeah.
We have a call. Thank God.
Hey, I don't hear the phone ringing. Is that broken, Jay?
I heard it.
Oh, okay. M&C Mornings. There we go.
There it is. It's really like a 1980s phone, right? Crap, it's like
Yeah.
3 or 4 rooms away. It only rings in the kitchen.
Father's Day, but I have a big question. A lot of articles been talking about Destiny 2, 4K, this and that, and a lot of people aren't really talking about the one main thing, the engine for Destiny 2. It's the same engine as Destiny 1. Yeah. It's outdated. I mean, when they made this engine, it was from it worked for 1080p, 30 frames per second locked. So why do you think they're not updating it and just giving all they got? Do you think that it's just lazy dev makers from Bungie and really just not giving all they got? I really feel like maybe Anthem might be the Destiny killer for sure, but I feel like we won't get a Destiny engine until at least when Anthem comes out, like maybe when Destiny 3 comes out, and that's when you'll start seeing 4K native 60 frames per second because they'll design the engine like that. So what's your thoughts about that? Okay, guys, happy Father's Day. You all have a good one. All right, bye-bye.
Good question. You know what the problem is? Building a new engine takes time.
Yeah.
And they're on such a time constraints. Like, if they wouldn't have released Destiny 2 this year, Activision would have got a bunch of their stock.
Right.
So they had to kind of push the game out. So they got a bunch of other extra help to kind of help build up the game and things like that. And it's using a Halo Reach modified engine.
Yeah.
So that should tell you everything you need to know. They haven't done a console 60 FPS game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know a lot of people like to give 343 shit, but they've been putting out 60 FPS games. You know what I mean? So,
right.
Yeah, I think that they've been able to do a much better job at that, and so I'm really excited to see what the future holds with that franchise. It is interesting that they're like, we're not going to talk about Halo at all this year, not at PAX, not at Gamescom, no time this year. So that is super interesting to me. Will it pay off? I don't know. Some of these games might be able to stand on their own. I'm hoping they do. It's going to be very cool if they do. I just, I'm very excited by what Microsoft has to show. So.
Yeah, no, I agree. Listen, is it a shame? I guess it's a shame, but you said it earlier, crap. It's the whole...
I just saw you type Booty Warrior in there.
Yeah,
I was just
he's
like,
a troll.
okay.
He's a troll. He's just trolling. He's like, it's not. Hey, listen, I got news for you. People, anyone who doesn't like Xbox and just wants to troll, hey, all I'm gonna say is, for the next 3 years, Xbox One X has the better. Even if both are checkerboard, we're still getting better textures, better lighting, better scale differences. You're gonna have to listen to Digital Foundry bash the Pro for 3 years.
Yeah, you're gonna have to watch
it is what it is.
You're gonna have to watch me do comparison videos too.
And the other games are gonna be better just natively, so natively 4K. Yeah. So it is what it is. It's all right, So it doesn't matter. You guys can hate all you want. We do have the better box for the next 3 years. It sucks to be you in that case because it
could be longer than 3 years. That Sony didn't seem like they're too much in a hurry.
I think it's going to be longer than 3 years for more than that. Even if the next generation starts up, PS5 and the next iteration of Xbox, I think when those come out in 3 to 4 years, Microsoft will never, ever, 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 ever be behind the 8 ball again in power.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. I mean, look, here's the thing, right? They're doing 4K on the things with 4K textures, so I don't see them falling behind no matter what. Like, I know a lot of people were like, they got to come out with the PS4. I don't really see them trying to do that because the narrative has changed a bit and people are just like, games.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I just think that Microsoft has really done a good job giving us what we want. It was all about giving the gamers and developers what they want, and I think that's going to pay off for us in a big way. Like, we're getting exactly what we wanted. Again, I'm not saying that they did it perfectly because Phil's been planning this console for 3+ years.
Right.
He should have been planning a game to go along with that console for 3+ years, in my opinion. So.
Yeah. No, I totally agree with you.
Hey, J-Dubs, I think we got some more. God damn it. Okay, we got a call. M&C Mornings. How you guys doing? What's up? Happy Father's Day.
Hey, Mooch and Crab. It's me, Ibrahim, from the Middle East. I watch Mooch all the time on Mixer, sometimes when he broadcasts. My question is, since Microsoft was so interested in multi-platform games and multi-platform stuff, why did it really start doing it and then stopped? Basically, I'm talking about the E3 this year. All they focused about was Xbox. They didn't talk about PC gaming at all. Thank you. My name is Ibrahim again. Goodbye.
All right, Ibrahim. That's cool, man. Thanks for checking out the stream.
So he's wondering why they didn't talk about multiplats, or...
That's kind of what I thought he was saying. I think he also was saying that Microsoft didn't bring up PC at all, which they're not going to do that at E3.
Yeah, well, they did the PC show too, or something like that. So they did have a kind of a presence there. I think it's one of those things where they have to. It's a fine line. What you can see, at least in my opinion, and this is a good forum to talk about that. Like, did you see they're putting Killer Instinct on Steam?
Yes.
Right. And people, I guess, expect people to freak out about that or whatever. But I think that them putting that on Steam is kind of maybe them admitting that the Windows 10 thing is a bit of a failure. Right? You know what I mean? Like,
I don't look at it that way, crap. I really listen. E3 week has been really really good crap. Right? We got a lot of information. I've talked to a lot of people that do know and work around Phil. I've been in the DMs with some people, and nothing's groundbreaking or a megaton. But I mean, mega. It's it's not. So I'm not unleashing anything, but I mean I've heard through the grapevine that this goes for Sony and Microsoft. Console sales are just not doing what they wanted them to do. And don't go by this 60 million and 40 million and blah blah blah. It doesn't matter. The market, if you look at it, is I'm going to use the word stagnant. Not stagnant necessarily negative, but not it's not positive. It's just staying flat. And what Microsoft's doing and Sony's also doing, crap, is just that they're not getting any slack for it because they do it 3 months after Microsoft.
Yeah.
Is they're going to PC because they have to open it up to a larger gamut of people. And why not do that? If you have a game that people want to play and they're going to give you 20 to 40 to 50 to 60 bucks a pop and you can open it up, they got to make money, crap. This is really about money. This isn't about, oh, crap, you forgot about us on your platform or we're your console team. It's really none of that. It's really about dollars and cents. And they're going to Steam and they're going to the Windows Store. And Sony's doing it too. So it doesn't matter. It's not. This is not.
I don't think it matters, but I do think that they bet way too heavily, thinking that people would flock to the Windows 10 store, and the Windows 10 store is pretty bad. It's not good. I always said, hey, if you're gonna put your shit on PC, at least put it where people will buy it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that Windows 10 store isn't a place where people are going to actually go out there and buy it. What's up, K-Mega? Glad to see you guys out there.
K-Mega in the chat.
Get those likes up to about 250, 275, and we'll drop that top 10 list. So you guys got some time to hit that like button. We appreciate it. Over 500 watching. Thank you guys so much. You guys rock. Definitely.
Actually, you know what we can do too, Jay? Maybe we can do one of our either our Patreon or our products commercial before we go into our live. It gives me a second to pull our notes up too for our top 10. Be good to do a little video there if we have that opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we haven't shown that in a while. But yeah, nonetheless, I do think that's some of the stuff that came out of E3 for me, is that I noticed that more and more this industry needs to see. The problem with this industry is they're not thinking outside the box; they're thinking inside the box, and that's either console, PC. How else can they reach out? And that's why you have to tip your hat. You have to tip your hat to Nintendo. Nintendo's doing something that's outside the box, and you can make fun of it, and you can say it's stupid, and you can hate it. All three of those wouldn't bother me at all if you did all three of those with Nintendo. But Nintendo's like, hey, what if we actually let people take console games on the road? Microsoft's doing it with a PC, but it's just not as alluring with the Play Anywhere. I still have to have this gargantuan desktop or a really heavy-ass laptop with me, you know what I mean, wherever I go, and that's not for everybody. But a Switch is $299, and it fits in any pocket or bag. It just does. So I don't know. It's a thought.
I agree 100%. I think Phil and them are probably watching that Switch with interest. If that did well,
right,
you could possibly see Microsoft do something like that in the future. Phil's talked about that before. They've had multiple times where they've actually started on a handheld type device and then stopped. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think it'd be interesting to see.
Nice, very nice.
Yeah, I think that would be damn interesting. So.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. 110%. Jay, we should probably do another voicemail. We have a ton of them. We've done 3.
Sure, we've got Triple Cup Chuck on deck.
Triple Cup Chuck, and I'm out.
What up with your crap and mooch and Jay Williams? This your boy Triple Cup Chuck, and I'm up. And I got a conspiracy I came up with about Star Wars Battlefront, why Sony didn't have it on their E3 stage. It's because EA was salty because Sony went over their head to Disney and got the marketing rights. I already gave my thoughts and opinions and conspiracy about it. I would like to hear what y'all think about it. Well, this your boy Triple Cup Chuck, and I'm out.
Damn.
Wow.
Triple Cup Chuck.
What was the question?
He was wondering, he has a conspiracy theory that the reason why Sony didn't show Battlefront 2 is because Sony went above EA's head and got a deal with Disney. But I actually think that it had more to do with the fact that Microsoft was going to show off the game on the Xbox One X, and they didn't want comparison videos. And the reason why I think mine holds a little bit of water is because Sony had multiple deals with Far Cry 5, NBA 2K, FIFA, and they didn't show any of those games either. So they're very wary of showing a game that's a multiplat against the Xbox One X version.
So they spent all this money, and all you're going to get are free posters at GameStop.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like it really wasn't
and the
worth
advertisement, at the end or whatever. Like they want to hold that illusion of power for as long as they can, and so I think that's it's going to be interesting going forward, man. I think Microsoft definitely has the edge in terms of the head-to-head stuff. It's too big of a difference to not notice. You know,
I agree.
Too big of a difference.
Ooh, fine. Oh, nice. We got some calls. There we go.
We're getting a lot of calls and everything. M&C Mornings. Happy Father's Day.
Okay, live and crap.
Hey, Mooch Crap. Hey, this is Colin. Nice. Hey, I just want to, talk about E3 real quick. Just some bullet points. I thought Microsoft's show was great. Only thing missing was one or two big AAA IPs that would have pushed the X that I think would have blown people's mind the way Anthem did. Sony's E3 was pretty much 2016 Part 2. Nintendo's Nintendo. I'm not exactly a big Nintendo fan. But the only thing I really want to say, man, is if you didn't see the hypocrisy, I think it was pretty much in full force last week. From people flipping out of Microsoft conference being 60 minutes, and yet when Sony's was 60, people still trying to damage control that shitty show. To that dude on Sony who's pretty much channeling his inner Don Matrick, just saying the dumb shit. The way people felt in 2013, that's how I kind of feel about Sony now, where it's just I'm starting to hate them with all their stupid ass practices. And the difference is Sony's have actually put these practices into place, where they're not giving us crossplay. They might be holding back gaming if the Destiny 2 rumors are true and all that. It's just it's so blatant to the point where I don't even have a joke for it anymore. It's just like, at this point, if you're ignoring it, you're just being a homer for Sony, basically. I think that's all I have for this week, man. Mainly because I just woke up and I feel like a crapaholic. So get ready.
Comrade's awesome.
All right, later, guys.
The Mooch Crap and Conrad show.
Yes, the Mooch Crap and Conrad show, but he's great, man. He's
he makes really good points. So like that's always welcome. I always welcome to have people calling like that and kind of kick ass or whatever. All right, J-Dubs, you wanna kick out the Patreon video?
Certainly.
Yeah. Hey everyone, Crap Gamer here from M&C Mornings. We've gotten a lot of fan feedback right from the beginning, and one of the things that the fans always asked was in what way could they help support M&C Mornings. Now we have an outlet with Patreon, and we certainly have the fans and the fan support to help make M&C Mornings one of the most successful gaming-related shows ever. We believe we truly have a unique and quality show that entertains casual gamers and hardcore gamers alike. Mooch, Jay, and myself, we have an unmatched chemistry, and that plays extremely well off one another. Supporting us on Patreon will enable us to put our shows on iTunes, Google Play, and other various platforms that might be more accessible to you, the fans. It will also allow us to interact on a more personal level with supporters and fans. As a bonus, it'll help us to offer some truly amazing giveaways and prizes for the show. We'd love to be able to make this show as successful as we possibly can, and to do that, we'd like to ask your help. There is no M&C Mornings without each and every one of you, so please remember that. We've brainstormed great Patreon rewards that we feel add even more interaction between us and all of you. M&C Mornings is your show, and it's always been directed by you. It's a forum for the little guys, the people who have a valid opinion but might not have a big outlet to express themselves. Let's face it, there's a lot of gaming podcasts out there, and I'm proud to say that this is all of ours. And I feel like together we can achieve something really, really special. We're doing this for the fans. The support has been absolutely amazing. Even months after the initial final show, we still get messages asking us to bring it back. And we've heard those requests loud and clear. M&C Mornings won't go quietly into the night. No, it will not. We'll keep fighting the good fight for a better and more balanced gaming media. A wise man once said, be so good that they can't ignore you. And that's the plan. Maybe one day M&C Mornings will be able to broadcast from PAX or E3, and that'll be a group effort from the fans and friends of the show. Thank you.
Thank you so much for all your support. You, the Mooch Maniacs and Crapaholics, have spoken, and we have listened. You wanted more M&C Mornings. You wanted more interaction with Mooch, Crap, and J-Dubs. You wanted more Let's Plays with Mooch and Crap. And you wanted more prizes and giveaways than ever. And we are happy to oblige. Starting from today or the very near future, we at M&C Mornings will be making your wishes a reality. And after all, you're the customer, and we aim to please. We want to bring new ideas and fresh concepts to the forefront. And in order to do that, we need support and capital to make that happen. What we have planned will entertain you and hopefully have you coming back for more. With your support, we can make M&C Mornings everything we want it to be, and hopefully everything you've come to expect. So thank you so much.
Woo!
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh? How about that? That's
Good
heartfelt,
job.
folks. That is
That
heartfelt.
That is. It doesn't get much more heartfelt than that. I mean, that was, you know what? That's the first time I've listened to that since like week 1.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it has been, and not only that, but I rambled a lot.
Yeah, yours. When you sent that writing over, I was like, "Wow, this looks like something I have to sign at the bottom."
Yeah, I was like, "Holy crap!" Yeah, I rambled a lot. So anyway, yeah, if you guys didn't know, even just as much as $1 a month get you into the raffle for a new game.
Yeah, you guys would be amazed that, like, you know, there's all these tiers. The $1 a month thing is actually awesome. And we get 500, 400 people watching these shows, sometimes 600, 700 watching live. If each of you guys put in $1, it's amazing the stuff that we give away. You're also entered into a contest to win a game. Oh, you see all these great contests that are on Twitter now? But, like, when you look at your chances, it's like you're like, wow, I got 13,000 entries into this. But it's like out of 6 billion. You know, it's just, this is a real good shot for you to win a game, and it really does help the show. We got a lot of stuff that J-Dubs is still working on, but like I say, the Patreon is moving along steadily, but we thank you all.
And we do the exclusive M&C evenings twice a month.
Yes.
For a certain level.
We're going to have 2 this week, actually.
Yeah, or at least 1 this
E3.
week.
Yeah. Well, 1 this week at least. E3 kind of threw us off a little bit because we were doing a podcast every night on everybody's channel. So
yeah, there was like 1 million hours of podcasting going on, so I think that's interesting. Of GKB, I want to point out that it's not 30+ million ahead of Xbox. Looks like there's at least 36.2 million Xbox One sold, which would lead you to believe that there's probably over 40 million shipped. So it's more like 20 million, which that actually upset some people yesterday when they found out that the Xbox One wasn't as bad off as people thought. Yeah. So I think that's pretty damn impressive, honestly. Like I always thought it was around 35, 40 million anyway. So that's even better. And then you come out with the game lineup that they came out with and a new console, the most powerful console ever. I think that puts them in real contention,
well, in case anyone doesn't realize this, because a lot of people don't understand this, and they don't want to understand it, and that's fine. Being ahead in console sales doesn't make you richer than the other company if you're just doing apples for apples. It's software and services, people. It's got nothing to do. You make $15, $20 off of a console when you sell it. They don't make a lot of money off the consoles.
Yeah.
So it's not a big deal. That's not in their best interest.
They're taking a loss on that console as well, or they're not really making anything, which is why they couldn't make it $399. I mean, I wish they would have. Right. But yeah, the fact is they couldn't do that. Let's see. Let's get a few more likes on there. When we get to 275, man, we'll run that top 10.
Yeah,
I know
Jay,
you guys are excited.
You'll have to put Jay in that presentation so we can have at least our
bitches.
So great. That's so good.
So a few more folks. Oh, there we go.
It is. You're good there, Crap.
There we go. We're gonna be
just blasted right over that 275 marker.
You're presenting, Jay. Are you ready to present, Jay?
Crap, you may have to reiterate too what the topic is.
I will. Our top 10 today is actually top 10 things Sean Layden was thinking during Sony's E3 press conference. So it's going to be a good one. It's definitely going to be a good top 10, and we're doing it live.
We're doing it live for you guys today. This is great.
This is the first time we've really attempted to do this live. So here we go. Top 10 things Sean Layden was thinking during E3's presser, which is obviously that's Sony's.
I don't see Jay's graphic up yet, though.
Yeah, it's up.
Oh man, I can't see shit. My apologies.
Yeah, it's up. So yeah, it's definitely there, and we're gonna do it live.
Let's do it live.
Number 10. I can't believe we paid $120 million for marketing rights on all these games and didn't show any of them off on our stage.
That's great. Number 9 of Sean Layton's What's in His Head. This is great. I should have went all in on a full orchestra instead of that 4-piece clarinet quartet. That's what
Number 8. Let's see how many times we can show the same games at E3 before anyone catches on.
Number 7. I wonder if my pocket handkerchief makes me look fat. Sean Layden. So great.
Number 6. Man, that Xbox One X sure looked amazing. I wish we had a console that good.
He really thought that.
I know.
Number 5. Damn, Spider-Man looks good. Now, if I could only figure out how to turn on a PS4, I might just try some of these video game machines. Because Sean Layden doesn't play video games, folks, in case you didn't know that.
He definitely doesn't. Number 4. I wonder if we can get away with a 20-minute E3 show next year.
Save on some of that marketing money they spent.
Yeah.
Number 3. Indie spelled backwards is, oh, who gives a shit? After all, we don't put them on stage since we've been crowned the media. The media crowned us critic. Ah, fuck it. This is why we don't do it live. Damn it. I knew it. It's always number 3. God damn you. No.
Number 3.
Number 3 again. Indie spelled backwards is, oh, who gives a shit? After all, we don't even put them on stage since the media crowned us king of this gen. Damn you. Hey, listen, even when David Letterman did the top 10, there was always a couple follies when they had the sports guys on. Damn
it. Number 2. I really wish they would make a 4X size Crash Bandicoot shirt so I could have worn it today.
And the number 1 thing going through Sean Layton's head at this past E3 is, I'm so glad I cut this show back to 60 minutes. It reminds me of the time I cut the order 1886 from 10 hours to a measly 4, because after all, who cares about video games? Thank you, Sean Layton. God bless you.
Thank you, Sony. Yeah, top 10 Sean Layton thoughts during Sony's press conference.
Done live.
Yes, thank you guys for somebody suggested that. We have no idea who, but thank you.
Yes, that was an audience member that came up with that, so shout out to you, buddy.
So we did it, but
we didn't know who it was, crap, so we were referring to that person as the dude.
The dude, yeah.
Right?
The
From
dude.
The Big Lebowski?
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, the dude.
Guys. Yeah, thank you guys so much. That was funny.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
People don't realize how hard it is to do things live.
I know. Well,
you know?
It wasn't really going to go well. Like the past when we've done that, we've never, only one time did we, no, even then we messed up once. So every single time we've done, recorded one of these, we've always had like one kind of gap or whatever, you know what I mean? So I think that's pretty awesome. I thought we did a pretty damn good job. Doing it live. Yeah, K-Mega, we're doing it live. Who do we got on deck, J-Dubs?
Yes. Sorry, guys. I'm just interacting with a live caller right now.
Oh, okay. No, that's fine. Well,
I do have Tony Berg on deck.
Okay. Can you play him while you interact with the live call?
I definitely can.
What's going on, fellas? Dealer Gaming here. I don't give a fuck. Here's my buddy Hellhammer.
Hello there, this is Hellhammer. I like to interrupt every time people are talking. The question to you is, what is the original Xbox game you're looking forward to the most? Thank you. Goodbye.
Oh my God. Who was that? And I thought that was Pulitzer.
Yeah.
That is Pulitzer.
He goes, that was Tony Berg, and he goes,
Yo, that was a combination of Hellhammer meets SpongeBob.
Hellhammer was like, hey guys, this is Hellhammer. I like Metallica. Hey, Crap Gamer, the PS4 is so powerful. Like, there's no way that Microsoft can compete with that. PS4, it's really powerful. So, yes, you know. And then, but his dealer was pretty good.
His dealer was great. I almost want to hear that again. That was great. Did you hear him? He said He did sound like Hellhammer, but mixed with a little SpongeBob. I was expecting him to be like, Patrick! So I didn't know.
Hey, you know what? They still haven't solved that that voiceover strike, man. I think we could get involved in that. You know, you do a pretty good Starscream. We'll have to answer his question after this live call. M&C Mornings, what's up? Happy Father's Day.
All right, thank you. Hey guys, this is Moonwalker 925, otherwise known as Hancock. Hey, Mooch, Crap, and Jay. I have a question. We have talked in weeks past about trading in your existing unit for the X model, and I wanted to know how you guys respond to how sales might be that GameStop, I just checked a few moments ago, at most you will get $150 for a 2 terabyte Xbox One S. And if you have a Xbox One S that's 500 gigabytes, you get $100 on it. And if you have a OG Xbox One 500 gigabytes, you'll get $75. So therefore, what we thought was a few months ago a $200 proposition of trading in your unit net out the door is actually going to be a $400 proposition. In other words, $500 for the price of the X, and also less. The typical person has, let's say, an S that's 500 gigabyte. So Mooch, you especially, since you're big on the trade-ins, how do you respond to the fact that it's going to cost $400 on average for most people? That's right now, by launch in November, you may just get $75 for your Xbox One S. Anyway, your thoughts would be great, and hope you have a good Father's Day, all of you.
Great question, and
Yeah,
I appreciate
it.
I appreciate somebody that actually did the math, and he did it right. But I will say this much: the only part where he's, I think, incorrect is he said, "Well, if you wait till the fall, your Xbox One S would drop to $75." If something that came out 3 years ago is going to be $75, your Xbox One S will not be $75 by the end of this year as traded. I do have to look at it though. But see, the thing is though, I was very clear when I said the Xbox One S is what you would get $175 or $200 for. You're not going to get $200 for the one you bought in 2013. That's completely, Microsoft doesn't even really acknowledge it anymore, right? So they're not going to give you $200 for that. But I have 2 Xbox One S's in my home. I'm definitely getting rid of one, if not both. I mean, I don't necessarily. You have to look.
The Gears one, right?
The Gears one's gone, folks. If anyone wants to collect, listen, it's in primo shape. The noises that come off of it, they bother me. They bother me to the point where I got to get rid of it. But yeah, if anybody wants that, let me know.
The low price of $299.
At the low price of $499. No, it's a collector's gift.
Yeah, it is really,
right.
I mean,
it is. Well,
honestly,
absolutely. But I mean, listen. To answer the gentleman's question, you got to say that I would say that the majority of people that are going to get the Xbox One X are of the hardcore-ish family, which means that they probably have. I would say probably 70% have an S. So you're going to get that 175. If you're going to get the 100, what is it? The 500 gigs getting 100. He said the Xbox One S is getting $100.
Yeah, it's 100, but you have to be. I think it might be 150 for the S, 2 terabyte or whatever. But I think that's without there being any kind of incentive to trade it in yet. Right. Like once you're able to pre-order, they're going to get an extra 30% when you trade in any console towards an Xbox One X. So that's what they're going to do. Right now, there's no deals for it. But when it is able to be pre-ordered, you're going to see a lot of that. Like trade. Yeah,
you're going to see a lot of it.
Yeah, or like I expect to see this too. Trade in your PS4 for $200 towards it. You know what I mean? Like
right. So if you take the consoles you have, trade them in, get this thing cheaper. Like first of all, that's an incentive to buy. Most people are excited to just go pay the $499 for a gamer. Like that's the problem. Are we talking about when people call in and people troll? Are you gamers or are you just calling yourself one?
Yeah,
because that's the question here. That's the real question. Because at $4.99 over the course of 3 days, I think we broke down as like 45 cents a day. There's nothing you're doing that gives you the entertainment that these games have with thousands of games out now.
Yeah,
right at 4K resolution and all these other great things that are coming with the X. 4K Blu, 4K UHD Blu-ray drive is $299 if you go buy the Sony standalone, not the PS4.
Not only that, but
Sony standalone.
They say the one in the S is like the best quality for the price and the cheapest one still.
Yes.
So if you were going to get a 4K Blu-ray player, you can get it for $50 less and get the Xbox One.
Listen, there's someone in the chat says $4.99 is too much. Then listen, gaming's not for you, man. Maybe you should, take up another. There's a lot of other podcasts you can listen to.
Or get an S because
or get an S, or or I don't know. They still have that thing I think at Walmart for 99 cents. You can get the Jack set. That comes with a bouncing ball and 5 dice you pick up.
Hold on, Kevin Garcia says PC is now better than Xbox because they get Xbox game, but Xbox doesn't get. Dude, what E3 did you fucking watch?
Yeah, we're getting a ton of PC games.
There's a ton of PC games. Conan Exiles. They're bringing over a ton of
them. The Long Dark or the Long whatever. All those other games, they're all coming to Xbox. All these games that were PC games originally, they're all coming to Xbox.
Yeah, Phil has done a great job getting PC games to.
If you guys think $4.99 or $3.99 with a trade-in is too much for a new gaming console that's the most powerful one, I mean, honestly, it's not that there's another console for you. I think there's another hobby for you.
Yeah, I agree.
You should find something else to do. Yeah. I don't know. What's cheap? A couple of my friends are BMX. They ride bikes. Like, they go and do serious trails, 60-mile trails. Like, on Wednesday nights, they're going. Those bikes are like $1,200.
Yeah,
$1,300. Some of them are $3,000. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I know. I'm like trying to get it. M&C Mornings. What's up?
Hey, Mooch and Crap. This is Robert from Ontario. So E3 just happened, and this has probably been the best E3 ever because it was unprecedented that they announced that there was going to be crossplay between 2 different consoles. What third-party games are you excited for to be crossplay? This eventually goes further. Thanks and have a good one. Also, God damn it, Microsoft, bring Cortana to Canada. It's not that hard.
That was awesome.
Trust me, Cortana's not that great.
Yeah, it's not. It's just not.
Yeah. Second thing is, what the hell was this question?
Shoot, I had it.
The crossplay games. Yeah, you know
what?
Rocket League would be a good one. We were playing that this Friday. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
If She-Wolf would have picked the maps with the grass, would have been more fun. But.
She-Wolf is anti-grass apparently, which was great. We went on a what is it? Is it a people? How do you say it? Is it meme?
Meme? Yeah.
Or a GIF? Whatever. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah. Meme are the joke things. The GIF are the moving.
So
ones.
me and She-Wolf were going back and forth on the GIFs yesterday. It was hysterical. And honestly, like She-Wolf hates grass. This just in. News at 11. She just went. There it is. Mooch needs grass. Like,
well, no, we were like, hey, well, let's play soccer cards. So she puts up like Tron maps. And then we're like, can you do one with grass? And she puts another Tron map up, and we're like, okay. And then in between those, we got like a desert map, which, by the way, Assassin's joke was funny.
Yes, he was.
Like, he doesn't say anything, right? He just says, "This isn't grass. It's dirt."
Yeah, it's dirt with a little follicle hanging out of it. Yeah, that's the joke. There's the joke. Assassin is great. By the way, anyone who watches Four Guys with Quarters and you listen to Assassin, you're like, oh, Assassin doesn't talk a lot. You got to understand, when he does talk, it's priceless.
It is. He's pretty funny. That was a lot of fun playing with them.
It was great. That was a great night. And the only thing that sucked about it was that we couldn't get more players involved.
Yeah, because it's only 4 and 4.
It's a tight knit group, and then you have that you just want to keep playing that game. The game is fun, but I think that's going to be the crossplay game that really puts things on the map, because now I'm gonna buy soccer cards for Switch.
Yeah,
because that would be really cool if you guys are all jamming out one night and I'm on travel. I'm like working. It's like that would be cool. But like, yo, crap, you guys gonna get on and play? You're like, yeah, all right, cool. All of a sudden, I'm able to play that portably.
Yeah, I mean, we wouldn't be able to voice chat because you'd need to set up a bunch of weird shit to voice chat. But we could still play.
Yeah, did you see the voice chat that it comes associated with the Switch? You look like Neo when he broke out of that pink slime.
It's horrible, man. I thought PlayStation VR had a lot of hookups, but damn.
Oh, bad.
Yeah.
Wow.
By the way, so Mooch is like, hey, my brother picked up PlayStation VR. And I was like, dude, you're going to love it when you try it. Have you tried it yet?
I have not tried it yet. I'm probably going to I'll probably try it tomorrow. Today or tomorrow, one or the other. And it literally, he said it's fun. He's enjoying it, so it's cool.
I told you, man. He's like, whoa, that shit happens, man. You put that thing on, and that's what
I will say this much, though. I think you're right, Crap, with the experiences, and I think it's going to be fun. But again, I have to say, here you have people in the chat that are telling us, oh, my God, it's not like, it's $4.99. It's too much for an Xbox One X. And that's a console, right? This is $400, $500, and it's just an experience for 20 minutes, you know?
Well, I think it depends. Like, I enjoy it, like there's some games, like if you play Resident Evil, tell them to get Resident Evil. That's a game that's really scary and intense.
Does it come with a bag of diapers too?
Yo, you know what? Great point, J-Dubs. Listen, that game is scary as shit without it being in your face.
Yeah, I'm waiting to play that game till Xbox One X because that's a 4K update game, UWP game. So very excited to kind of dip into that and play that game and have some fun with that. Let's play Tony again because we didn't get to his question because we were laughing at it.
Yeah, can we please listen to Tony again? That was probably one of the best voicemails in a long time.
Yes.
What's going on, fellas? Dealer Gaming here. I don't give a fuck.
So good.
Well, hello there. This is Hellhammer. I like to interrupt when people are talking. My question to you is, what is the original Xbox game you're looking forward to the most? Thank you. Goodbye.
It's so great. It's SpongeBob, Hellhammer, and the vending machine from BioShock. That's what's combined into that right there.
What the hell was his question, though?
I don't think it was a question. It was just Hellhammer stating a fact, and Dealers was. By the way, we're not even giving him credit for Dealers. Dealers was great. Yeah. What is his? I hate everything. Fuck everybody.
Yeah.
What was your favorite? What would be your favorite OG game to play again?
Wow. Probably KOTOR for me personally.
Well, you know what? I would say probably we can play the Spider-Man game that was on OG Xbox because it's going to be the same premise that's on the PS4, except the PS4 is going to have 2017 graphics, swinging around and fighting a guy on a roof.
Hey, and QTEs, you can't forget those. Come on,
welcome to Spider-Man.
Of course, those were only bad in 2013. But then they got good again in time for the Order 1886.
Yeah, Rise's QTEs, not good. The Orders, stupendous. Stupendous.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, that's just the way it goes. So, absolutely. So now we have, shout out Brazil. We got some Brazilian fans.
Oh, the Brazilians are here.
Viva Brazil.
Now shit's about to get real.
Yeah.
Now shit's about to get real.
We got an old favorite on deck. We got Space Cat.
Oh, Space Cat.
Yeah,
nice.
Space Cat.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, Mooch and Crab? I was just wondering, of all the E3 surprises we've done this week, which one of these has been your favorite? Okay.
Yo, it's great. A lot of people, we say it all the time. We game with Space Cat. Space Cat. That is such a far voice for what he sounds like. And it's what makes it so much better that this character exists.
Yeah, like people are like, like when we were gaming with him, like we were like, who is this guy? And then he starts doing the voice, and you're like, okay, that's Space Cat. Yeah. The biggest surprise to me was Anthem, I think, just because.
I don't know, crap. I think it was the biggest surprise. Like you didn't expect it to be that good. See, I thought it was gonna be that good. That's why that one wasn't my. I think the biggest.
Well,
surprise,
we didn't even know about that what it was until E3, so that's why I'm saying it was the biggest.
Well, they were saying it was going to be a Destiny killer, right? So or whatever. Yeah. I hate it when people use those words. By the way,
Destiny killer.
Destiny killer. Bum, bum,
Destiny killed Destiny because it's bad.
Yeah, and video killed the radio star. I get it, but you know the thing I don't understand. I think basically I would give. God, I'm going to give a game like Ashen more of a surprise factor because when that game. I was like, I gotta play this game.
It's changed a lot in a year.
Yeah,
it's like they're saying it's almost like a AAA now. You know what I mean? Which is
right.
I think that's a big get by Phil Spencer. Well, if you notice, what Microsoft has always done a good job of getting those really really good games like that. You know, like even if you go back to the 360 era, like they had the little crap indies that you could buy for $1, but they also highlighted the really good ones that they used to do in the summer sales or whatever. Remember?
Yes.
Like Insanely Twisted Shadow Planet and. Some of the other ones, like they had some really, really good ones, and I think that they're really good at checking those out. Dude, would you quit asking me about Phil Spencer's comment about no one caring about 60 frames per second? Read once in a while. He never said nobody cares.
Said that, no.
He says that the average, like the most part, they don't care, which is true. Look at the casuals. They're the ones that don't care. Like I care, and I would prefer that all the shooters and stuff were in 60 FPS, even the campaigns. But the fact of the matter is he's 100% right. The casual that's buying Madden and Call of Duty each year, and the majority that are buying the consoles, they don't give a shit.
They don't.
They honestly don't.
They just don't give a shit.
And the super hardcore that do care about that stuff invest a bunch of money in playing a PC.
Yeah,
and that good for them if they want to, but you're not getting the performance in that you're going to pay for the Xbox One X or even the Xbox One S. $250. Tell me for $250, build me a goddamn PC with a 4K Blu-ray player and a controller that outputs like the Xbox One S does. You're not going to do it.
Not for $499.
Yeah.
And listen, this thing is $499. This is day one prices. Like, wait, you don't want to pay for it? Don't. The games that are going to be coming out this fall, you can play in the spring. There's going to be sales. There's going to be all kinds of stuff. It's probably going to be like, who knows, $399? I don't know, maybe $450. Who the hell knows what they're going to come up with at Best Buy or something like that?
The X is an option. It's like for people that want it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you don't want it, then don't get it. Like I say that a million times. It's like it's not there. You don't have to buy it. You're not forced to. You're going to get better graphics.
The more you guys, anyone that complains about the X, I just know that you're trolling and I know that you're salty because who cares if you have the PS4 Pro? You probably don't even have the Pro. If you don't have the Pro, then what's the difference? You're just not doing the mid-gen upgrade. We talk about these things weekly, and God forbid, like let's just say me and Crap didn't get the X or we didn't have the Pro. You know what you guys would be saying in the chat? Don't knock it till you try it. How do you know? Have you laid your eyes on it yet? No, it's like, well, then we got to try it, right? And we're actually giving you our true opinion. I don't think the Pro is worth your money. Now, who knows? Maybe I'm going to buy the Xbox One X. Maybe I will agree with you. Maybe I won't see these textures and lighting. But I have people that I know and trust that are telling me, Mooch, it's going to blow your mind when you see this thing. Yeah, blow your mind.
I agree 100%. M&C Mornings, what's up? Happy Father's Day.
All right. Mooch, Crap. Jay, what's up with y'all? How y'all doing today?
Good.
Happy Father's Day to y'all as well. Question. What y'all think about Microsoft redoing the avatars?
Oh, nice.
But about time they did it. So we know pretty much, it's safe to say, Upload Studio is definitely going to get a facelift. Probably most likely when the X drops. Or a little bit after. Like to hear y'all opinions. Peace. Until next time. And everybody hit that one. Just because. Okay, good to see you. I'm out.
Let me explain. First of all, happy Father's Day to Bam too. Listen here, and to all the fathers out there. Number two, shout out to Bam too. Bam had heard my request. I had said it on this show, but I had said it a couple of times over streaming as well that I didn't have the Metro, and Bam just gifted me the Metro pack, which is like just fucking awesome, by the way. That's
that is awesome.
So I just want to say thank you to him. That's an individual that's been with us through the thick and thin. He's always been there, and I can't thank anyone enough. If you don't follow that man on Xbox Live, he games every night. The man's a true gamer. That's what I say when people say they're gamers. I sometimes you have to question that term, and you have to question who's saying it, but he is. So thank you, Bam. And then what was Bam's question, Crap?
What the hell was his question? Shit.
J-Dubs, the producer. Do we have a playback, please? Not a playback.
Please, that was live.
It was a live call, but I meant playback from your head, actually, just your memory.
From my head. Let me rewind.
What the hell was his question?
Avatars. He was asking.
Yeah, the avatars.
Thank you. And actually, it's great, Crap. But here's the thing: we just got custom pictures. And the masses haven't even gotten it yet. I'm talking about Insider has gotten and I got news for you. I'm switching back to avatars. I'm going to leave the picture. Sorry, Jay. And go back to avatars. They look so good.
Yeah. Well, listen. I think
I'm
it's
pissed
different.
that they're doing them back to back.
But hold on. Like your avatar is still up. Like you can still look at the avatars with having a custom gaming picture.
Yeah.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you can.
Oh yeah, that's the profile. Okay. I'm just saying they look so. You guys are saying we could have the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Jay, what are you gonna do?
Oh, gamer picks are still number one.
Yeah.
So you're going gamer picks 1 and then Avatar 2.
Like
Yes.
everybody still has like an avatar. Like my avatar is still up on there. So you know what I mean. But my gamer pick is the thing that people see. But if I click on that, then I have an avatar. So I think people are gonna be able. You can do either one. You know what I mean?
I like this guy in the chat. He just wants to troll. Are you really bragging about custom pictures? You can't do anything custom on the PlayStation. You can't even change your name. You can't do anything.
Listen, that would have been a megaton, huh? If they would have let you change your name, guys.
That would have been huge, right?
Megaton. That would have been a huge megaton.
So great.
But alas, it's 2017, and you still can't change your name,
You
so,
can't do anything on PlayStation. PlayStation 4 UI, PlayStation 3 UI. What's the difference?
PSP UI, all the same shit.
Looks
Exactly.
the same.
Yeah, it's all the same shit, folks. 100%.
It is. They just keep recycling it, and the media just keeps promoting it. So it is what it is.
It is.
No, but I mean, no, great point. I'm very excited because these new avatars do look really cool, and it does give the customization. And another thing Sony fans don't realize is we spend a lot of time on Xbox One's platform and the UI. When we say community, there actually is one on Xbox. I'm not going to mention any names, but someone recently got a PS4, and he was like, he's like, Mooch, you're kind of right. I go on the PS4, and like, even though I have all these friends on there, there's no one ever chats, no one ever like throws open a chat and says, hey, get in here, we're talking about games or hanging out. But we all do that on the Xbox Live accounts. It's awesome. So the fact that you have a customized avatar is cool.
You know what, Mooch? Did you hear about this? Like, Atari is teasing a new console. Okay.
I did hear about this.
Like, is it a new console or is it like one of those NES Mini type situations? Because here's the thing, right? I'm reading this thing. Atari CEO Fred something confirms Atari is making a console comeback. Their last console was the Jaguar 93. Yeah, so basically, he said we're back in the hardware business. That's what he told VentureBeat.
We all have to take everything with a grain of salt because it could be that they're coming back with a retro machine, right? That's just going to play a bunch of old games and maybe a couple of new games that are like Ouya based. Remember the Ouya? Here it comes, folks.
It's still awesome.
Yeah, you forgot J-Dubs is
Jay
like one of the
loves it. I
only
forgot
people
Jay
that
likes
bought
it.
that game,
I
bought
forgot.
that system.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's it good for again, Jay?
Good for retro games.
Yeah, good for retro games. You know what we should do while we got a bunch of
Crap
people?
didn't even want to say that.
While we have a bunch of people in here, we should run the Patreon wheel while we got like a whole bunch of people in here watching.
I agree.
Like, I think that'd be a good thing.
So everybody can see that someone's going to... And this is... when you win this, guys, you don't just win a game. You win whatever you want.
Yeah, if you want a year of Xbox Live, if you want a game, if you want... Like, the last person that won wanted the Battlefield Premium Pack.
Yep.
So he got that. It's like, whatever. You know what I mean? Just like...
Yeah, whatever you pick, you get. It doesn't matter. It's completely up to you guys. You can even get PS Plus, whatever you want. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, whatever. You ready to... I'm going to present that to you, J-Dubs.
Guys, this is going to be one hell of a wheel spin.
This is going to be a wheel spin. This is the Patreon wheel spin. Look at all those Patreon supporters in there.
Wow.
It's going to be good. You ready to roll this beautiful wheel?
Yeah.
Let's roll it, folks. Woo!
Hold on to your pants. We don't know how long this will take.
Yeah.
Jay's trolling us with this spin, by the way.
Because the last spin didn't even go around once.
No.
Here we go. Here we go.
Feel free to mow your lawn while this is happening, folks.
I'm slightly hypnotized.
Keeps going and going and going.
Here we go. Here we go.
Jay trolls Mooch and Crap. Oh, yeah.
Lethal Papa.
Lethal Papa, nice.
Papa. Nice.
Good to see someone new win something. That's cool.
Yes.
Congratulations to Lethal Papa. You get basically anything you want. That's up to $60 value.
Let us know what you want in a DM on Twitter, and we'll be happy to grab that for you and give it to you. So congrats to Lethal Papa, and he wins by supporting.
Yeah. Well, Papa, congratulations. But let me answer. Fuzzy Belvedere says it's blank. We can't fit the names on. We have too many people in the Patreon, which is outstanding, by the way. Thank you, everybody.
Yep.
There's
too many.
Yeah, please do join the Patreon. Join the family. You do get exclusive content. We do podcasts that you're going to get anywhere from 3 to 4 weeks ahead of anybody else. And then you get entered to win. You get entered to win.
Hey, when you call in and leave voicemails, you get entered to win stuff each week as well. We're giving away Game Pass, a month of Xbox Game Pass as well here at the end of the show, so that's going to be cool.
Since the Patreon list is getting bigger and bigger, and maybe the wheel's not going to be able to support it, we may have to look at a different way to do a draw. Maybe not using a wheel, maybe using something else, but I'll look into that.
Yeah, if anyone has any ideas for a big contest that they know about, like, by all means, please do tweet it to me, J-Dubs, or Crap. DM us an idea.
Yeah, slide up in those DMs. We love it.
Yeah.
Who do we got? I know we got some more voicemails, J-Dubs. Let's go ahead and rack them up.
Congratulations again to Lethal Papa.
Yes.
We've got Lugo on deck.
Lugo. I must break you. Oh, that's somebody else.
Good morning, Captain Mooch. It's Lugo, One Real Gamer here again. First thing I want to say this morning, thank goodness for you guys. Man, I was having to deal with people tagging me on Facebook within 15 minutes saying that studies already run the conference. And this is over a freaking remaster of a remake of a game they did a few years ago. Couldn't believe it. About to lose it. Other than that, just wanted your thoughts on the marketing that Microsoft is using. You guys had brought it up, I think, a few weeks ago, how they had to find the right term to combat the dynamic 4K. And man, I think they found it with the true 4K. It's definitely making people salty because there's people been up in arms about them using that term, even though it seems to encompass all the techniques are used, whether it be checkerboarding, sparse, or what have you. Man, I like where they're going with the marketing. I like the idea of field true power. I think they're on the right track. What are you guys' thoughts on that? And thanks for putting on a great show.
Yeah, I agree. I think it doesn't really matter what way they do it. It's always going to look better on the Xbox One. You know what I mean? Xbox One X, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
But not only that, like I think the Xbox One X also very conveniently and luckily gets rid of any resolution nonsense, even with the S.
Yeah.
Or the base Xbox, because once
there's
that
been
was
a lot
announced,
less of it,
once that was announced, it totally killed off that narrative about resolution. You don't really see it much anymore. And even though the Xbox One is Xbox One X is going to be so much more powerful than the Pro, you're not going to see a whole bunch of people talking about resolution anymore. So it's just not going to happen. So
no.
Do you want to chime in on that, or do you just agree?
No, I think I hate to just be lackluster on that, but I mean you kind of that's what it is. What it is, Crap. And I think Southbound said it best on Crossfire on Friday, that when this is all going to be a lot of hoopla and a lot of talk between now and December, but once we get to like next summer, next E3, this is not going to be an issue. It's just going to be this. These are the games. You're going to see more developers jumping on board with the Xbox One X, and that's just going to be the status quo. And then you're going to see Sony really try to accelerate themselves into getting a PS5 out, because they're not going to want to be talked about as not up with industry standard. 4K is going to be the industry standard. If it isn't already, it will be by next summer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not a matter anymore of can will you do it? It's when the devs will all turn to 4K.
Yeah,
and
well,
it will be
look
within 12
at
months.
Shadow of War. They're like,
Right.
This thing's a beast. It's going to be the best version. You have EA. They're like, hey, this thing's
exactly.
a beast. You're going to have the best version.
And I said that on Friday, Crap. I'll say it again. When you're a dev, if Mooch and Crap are devs, right, and we're like, no, screw that. We'll just stick with checkerboard. If your other competitors are all going 4K, we have to eventually we either have to step it up or we're out. They're going to be like, you guys are not keeping up. So these devs that are like, nah, we really don't want to put the extra work into 4K. Okay, buddy, whatever. We'll see. Either in 12 months you shape up or ship out.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
One or the other.
100%. J-Dubs, what do you got on deck? Oh, we got a live call on deck.
Yes.
M&C Mornings. What's up?
Hey, what's up, Mooch and Crap? This is the Governor, a.k.a.
Nice.
Mr. Rock Shock Extraordinaire. Mr. I've been making Twitter fun and fucking entertaining. I've gotten so many friggin' memes about popcorn and eating popcorn. It's fucking hilarious this week. But I want to say happy Father's Day to everybody out there. Love the community. I love what you guys do. You guys are fantastic. And my one little rebuttal to, I guess, the frame per second thing is I agree with you. I think, what Phil's saying about frames per second is true. It's up to the developers and all that kind of stuff too. But I think it's important to make note that the One X is not for the casuals. He's come out and said that multiple times. The price point, he's even saying that. And I think for us, the hardcore, I think we should have all the bells and whistles and all that kind of stuff. What you guys thought on that? And I appreciate everything you guys do. You guys are awesome. And I will see you later.
Yeah, GKB,
Nice.
happy
Good
Father's
call.
Day as well.
Yes.
I agree. You know what? Look, 60 is better than 30 on everything. I think
Yeah.
that they should give us 60 whenever they can, as long as the hardware is capable of it. I'm just not. Maybe we'll start to see a little bit more of that with some of the other devs and stuff. I would like to see them push that over anything else. So I think, again, it makes more sense. I'm not 100% sure that they'll do that. You know.
Yeah.
I would like them to, because if you look at like something like Ark, they're like, okay, we're gonna do 1080 60, but that game takes a beast of a PC to run it, and it's running 1080 60 with epic settings and stuff.
I'm going to tie in my last comment to GKB's request and question, and that is, I think you'll see that, first of all these games we saw at E3 that were talked about, discussed, or presented, all of them, all situations, did not utilize the 9th or the extra gig in RAM that was released 2 days before that Mike Ybarra sent out. So there's even more power that's in the box that's been unutilized yet by developers, which they're probably using it now. Give this thing 12 months, okay? And I don't mean a full 12 months from release. I mean, give this thing 12 months from today. By next summer, you're going to see devs coming around. You're going to see more 60 frames per second games. Maybe not on AAAs because they got to do the whole Kumbaya, my lord thing, but on games
we've seen some go 60 on the Pro. I think like the Surge is one of them, and like the baseball game has an option for 1080 60 as opposed to 4K 30. So I think we will see some instances of that, which I think will be cool. Like I like that. I like the aspect of having at least some of an option. I'm not sure if they're going to always give us an option, but I like the idea of having some kind of at least one option in the menu or something. I don't think that's too much, considering that is for the hardcore, the X. We're smart enough to go into the options and switch something. I mean, on the Pro, you have to go turn boost mode on, you know, and it doesn't even work on everything.
Friend, is a you problem.
Perfect, Jay. Right. That's a home run.
Yeah,
it is.
That is a good thing. Like I'm with you. Like I would love for everything to be 60 if it can. So.
Yeah, I mean, listen, 60 is definitely preferred over 30. That's a no-brainer. Everything looks glossier, shinier, more lifelike, etc., etc. But at the same time, I think you will start to see, like Path of Exile. Listen, anybody who's just on the fence, you go buy that game and you buy it the day it comes out, because that's a developer that pushed its limits to be able to get that to 4K 60 on the Xbox One X. Yeah. I will support that. I will definitely.
Same thing with Ark. Like I said, I think Ark. I don't like Ark, but yeah, like I'm happy that they were.
You know, if Ark was a game that I could even see myself putting 10% effort into, I would buy it and I would endorse. If you said, Mooch, I'm going full-fledged into Ark, I would not sit here and bash you in the slightest.
The problem is that game requires
a
group of people, you know, like a group of friends and stuff, and I just don't have that group of friends. I wish.
Well, Blue Rain here says you can't get 60 frames always because two factors. PvP games have to match. Well, most PvP games are 60 frames anyways. And then he says here the CPU is not too powerful. That's completely untrue. But listen, everything when it comes to resolution and frames is in the eye of the developer. It's no longer in the eye of the gamer or the eye of the beholder. It's in the eye of the developer. We have given the devs developers. Yeah. And what's killer is that our good friend Steve Ballmer, when he was talking about developers, he was onto something and he was right. Unfortunately, they've taken that power. The developers have taken that power, and now us gamers are at their mercy. So, listen, when you guys go to your favorite 5-star restaurant and you order something that's on there, the specs are on there, and you order it. The chef can't say, "Oh, table 45." Nah, I'm not going to give them the crushed red pepper that I put on everybody else's. They're just going to get a little bit of this table salt and a little. No. It's in the specs. So when it's called out on the menu, the chef has to prepare it. What I'm saying to you is you need to have specs for all devs. If you're making something that's a AAA, what makes the difference between a AAA and a AA? What is the difference? Usually it's money, right? It's money. And when you're talking about money that you're paying into it to get that ranking, you have to have specifications. So in order to have these specs, if I'm Microsoft, I'd be like, dude, if you want to do a marketing deal with us, you need to be 4K or whatever. Maybe it's not 4K. Maybe their spec will be something else for a certain game. But you need to meet the specs. And the problem is that leaving it up to the developers, I'm sorry, is just not. I know, I can't even say it without laughing. It's not what you want, people. It sounds good on paper. And it sounds good on stage. It sounds like you're being such a good humanitarian. But what you're doing is you're cutting yourself, the consumer, short. You are, because the devs, they're lazy.
But let me tell you why you're wrong.
That's great.
Who do we have on deck?
We've got Hamwich. It's making me very, very hungry too.
How you doing, Mooch Crap? This is Sandwich. I just wanted to know about your thoughts on games coming out, how the PlayStation fanboys are going to just compare them to say, hey, we've got Uncharted, we've had that for years, and we've got Horizon Zero Dawn, we've had that now, and how they're going to just compare our games coming out for Xbox to try to knock them down a level, saying that they've already had them and been playing them already. So I just want your thoughts on that and see what you guys thought about how they're going to react to seeing our new stuff coming out. All right, see you guys.
Well, I mean, I want to address actually somebody in the chat. Thanks for the call. I do appreciate that voicemail. But I mean, what did somebody say here? Mooch, OGD, he's a big Xbox guy. He's like, all devs are not lazy, bro. We will call the ones out that are. Absolutely. There's nobody deals in a world of absolutes. Okay, I'm not saying every dev is. Absolutely not. That's not my point. But unfortunately, probably 60% of them are going to be on the lazier end. It is what it is. Do you know why when you go to McDonald's they have a procedure for the French fries? You can't just tell somebody, hey, it's easy, you just press 2 buttons, go ahead, you'll figure it out. You can't say that to somebody because if you don't have a procedure, or a write-up or a spec sheet to something, no way you're going to get the same outcome twice. And that's the problem here. We've given the power to the developers. And sorry, I can't even say it. But when you do that, when you give the power to the developers, you're taking away something that you and maybe what the platform holders wanted, you're not going to get. Because you're going to see their vision, and their vision might come under lazy. And I'm pretty sure for $65, you didn't pay for lazy.
Yeah.
You know?
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
We're seeing it before our own eyes, crap. It's not like I'm just saying that without any proof. You're seeing it.
I know. Who else we got, J-Dubs?
We've got Greg Roberts on deck.
Alrighty.
Let's go, Greg.
Hey, Mooch and Crap. This is Greg. Big fan of the show. Just wanted to get something off my chest right quick. So, day after Xbox press conference, reading this article on The Verge, and talking about, obviously, Scorpio, or rather the Xbox One X, and how it compares to the PS4 Pro. And towards the bottom of the article, this guy starts talking about, does Microsoft really want to start a resolution war? And it goes on to say, is that really the direction Microsoft and Sony want to go? Encouraging their player base to obsess over graphical, minute, I can't pronounce that word, details. And I'm thinking to myself, are you shitting me? Sony, since the start of this generation, has been pushing that narrative. 1080p makes you a better gamer. Power this, power that, blah, 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 blah. And now, Microsoft finally knocks them on their ass after being slapped around all this time. And you got clowns like this guy, this journalist on The Verge, rushing to pick up Sony, dust them off, and be like, hey, man, don't worry about Microsoft. They're just a bunch of big bullies.
Yeah.
And at least you still got your games, right? Ridiculousness. I think it's complete horse shit. I just want to get what y'all think about this, and that's it. I'm out.
I think the writer of that article it reminds me of Austin Powers. He must have just came out of his coma because he's like, does Microsoft and Sony want to do this? Do they want to do this? They've been doing this.
Yeah.
Sony started it in 2013.
Microsoft is ending it. I mean,
yeah, Microsoft is just reacting to it.
Yeah. Which they had to. If Microsoft didn't think about this, right? Because now everybody wants to forget about resolution. If Microsoft hadn't announced the Xbox Scorpio last year, then we would still be hearing about resolution. Instead, everybody wants to brush it under the rug, which I guess is better than like talking about it all the time or worrying about it. But it's like ridiculous that it was such a big thing in the industry for years, and now nobody wants to talk about it. So, I mean, I'm glad Microsoft focused on it because you had to focus on it to get rid of that stigma.
Yeah.
And that's just the facts.
And moving forward, facts. Just so you guys know, from now on, moving forward, you're always going to hear someone, whether it be Microsoft or Sony, that when their new consoles come out every 3-4 years, you're going to hear power. And that's just the way it is.
Exactly. Who do we got left, J-Dubs?
We've got Gold Lion X23.
Gold Lion.
Nice.
Mooch Crap, J-Dubs.
Hey, look, this is Goal Line X23. I just want to say the Xbox One E3 was the best one they had in years. A lot of games, 42 games, 22 exclusives. But the main reason for calling is to tell my fellow Xbox heads, hey, look, go pick the X up, Xbox One X up. It's going to be light years beyond the Pro and the Xbox One S. Look, guys, keep up the good work. Thanks. Bye.
Yeah, the X is going to be well above the Pro. I mean, that's not even a thing, to be honest with you. I think it's,
I think
pretty
that's
damn obvious, yeah.
That's actually very clear nowadays, and I mean, like I said, here's I think we said it really, really great on Crossfire Friday. Like, you don't have to go buy this. You don't want to buy it, don't buy. Like even Phil saying, you don't want it, don't get it. But I got news for you: you don't go buy it, and then you will buy it by the middle of next summer. You'll have an X if you play games the way you say you play games.
Yeah. Well, what's interesting, you know what? Somebody messaged me the other day on Xbox Live, right? And they're like, "Hey, crap! I don't have a 4K TV. The S is a really good deal right now. Should I just wait to get the X or should I get the S?" I'm like, just buy the X. Buy the S, I mean. You know what I mean? If you don't have a 4K TV and you're just looking to jump in, man, just buy the S. It's a great console too. You know? And that's just in my opinion, you know. Like, it's not for everybody. The X, obviously, like, you're not going to buy it for your kid. You know what I mean? Like, they're perfectly fine just gaming on the S. But for us, I consider us to be the hardcore. We're definitely going to be getting it. You know, we're ready for that kind of leap. You know, it ends kind of that. You know, the games look better, and I think that's super important. Do we have a last one, J-Dubs?
Yes, we do. We have Fuzzy Belvedere.
Fuzzy Belvedere.
Nice.
Hey, Mooch, Crap, J-Dubs, Fuzzy here. Just wanted to get your guys' feedback with all the talk on Destiny 2 and, you know, the comments about, you know, them letting the supposed marketing deal, you know, ruin things. Just wanted to see if it might be time for, you know, the Xbox to go ahead and, you know, expand Halo even further. I know there was once a MMO talked about in the past. I guess there's Titan. Is it time for them to consider, you know, reopening that book? Just wanted to get your guys' feedback on it. Thanks again. Enjoy the show. Bye.
You know what? I think if they were going to do anything, they could. There's multiple things they could do Halo related. One of the things that they could do, obviously, would be to do like a Telltale Games type of story, just to get more of the story out there. But there's, you know, like the Mega Bloks thing, I thought was a good idea. You know, there's lots of ideas that they could go with Halo. I think it's just up to Microsoft whether or not they want to do it. Halo Wars, I think, is good, but again, I don't think that it's really a game that a lot of people are into. Like RTSs on consoles aren't really a big thing. So,
yeah,
you know, I don't know. It's like you run that non-milk thing, but it's like, you know, a lot of other companies do that. Look at all the games Mario's in, right? He's like in a tennis game. He's in a golf game. He's in Smash Brothers. He's in a kart game. He's in, you know what I mean? So it's like, why is that okay, but not okay for like maybe Chief to be in like a more story-driven Telltale type game or something else? You know what I mean? So I'm all for that. And even look at Kratos, right? They put him in that PlayStation All-Stars game, and then he obviously has a bunch of games. Sackboy, he had his own kart game. He was in that fighting game. He's been in multiple Little Big Planet games. You know what I mean? So I think that it's just kind of that ebb and flow. It's hard to kind of really decide on what to do. I like the idea, just keep Halo where it's at in that main story or whatever, and then just do new stuff for other games. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to wear out the welcome. And I think Halo is just now like back on the right track. You know, and I think you don't want to kind of ruin that. Like, maybe it's a good thing not talking about it this year. I don't know. I guess we'll know more next year. But I think that it'll be, you know, it's going to be interesting. You know, I'm excited to see where they take their franchises here in the future.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I agree 100%. I think that, you know, the thing about Destiny, and I don't think this is necessarily pertaining to the question, but I mean, you know, it bugs me to hear the developers say what they said about Destiny. On the Xbox One X, but it's all gonna listen. Whatever is on the Pro is gonna be on the Xbox One X, and then probably a little bit more. So it's just they can't talk about it because of deals and the whole
little
line.
bit mo.
Just a little bit more. Give me a little bit more.
Yeah.
So good.
Somebody in the chat was like, I don't see PS4 dudes doing hate podcasts like this. Are you serious? Hate podcast? Nobody's hating on anything, man.
Nobody hates on anything, dude. You're anyone that comes in here and says that means you came in here to hate on the show. So
yeah,
it is
like
what it is.
we aren't
fine.
hating on anything, man. We're both gamers here. All three of us gamers. So
we all have all the systems. We play on all the systems. I have a Switch,
ass,
a Pro, and an Xbox One S. So I don't know what you want me to say. What more can I do for you guys besides dress up as Sean Layden for Halloween this year?
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. Well, Luca blocked him, so Luca's really fast on the.
Yeah, Luca's quick.
She's like,
quick.
She was telling me yesterday. She's like, the chat's been really clean, and I was like, that's because you blocked everybody.
Yeah.
Like, literally, like everybody. Yeah. Oh, you know what we should do? We should totally end the show with Mooch and Crap, the song, and then go right into the end of the show. But we have to spin the wheel one more time. So Jay, is it possible to spin the wheel, and then we can do the Mooch and Crap theme song, and then we can end it with the outro.
I am the graphic god.
Did we get a call in for the pony?
Nobody called in for the pony.
Nobody called in for the pony because there's a gift for that. But,
yeah, there was. I saw people go, "Hey, there's the pony," but it's like they're more enamored with seeing the pony than actually calling in.
Yeah.
But can we roll it for the 1 month Game Pass?
Definitely, let's do it.
Who's gonna win a month of Game Pass? It could be you.
Luca and Noof win the. If this was like instead of mornings, if this was M&C after dark, it would have been perfect. It was like crazy. That's so funny.
Okay, we get people calling now, but we're not answering at the time because we're going to be spinning the wheel. Sorry, Antonio Waters. Here we go.
Spin that wheel.
Spin that.
This is going to spin for a good long amount of time.
This is for the voicemails, right, Crap?
Yeah, this is the voicemails one. Here we go.
Hey now.
Who's gonna win? Who?
Hey now.
Who's gonna win? Huh? Luca.
Look at that thing
on the
spin.
second floor.
Wow.
Yeah. That was a hell of a spin. Yeah.
Luca.
Well, yeah, she wins a month of Xbox Game Pass, which is currently pretty cool. That's access to over 100 games.
Yeah, that's a cool thing, and actually, it would be cool to hear what Luca has to say about it.
Yeah, I'm sure she's gonna be pretty happy about it. That's gonna be pretty damn awesome. Good job.
That is
Congrats.
awesome.
Congrats, Luca. They're rigged. Dude, you see the fucking thing, man. It just rolls around, man. It's it's a random app. I think it's, what is it, an iPhone app, Jay?
No, it's a web app.
Oh, okay, so it's a web app. So, nice.
Guys, call in and leave voicemails. I mean, it's that easy to just grab.
We only had 11, so you get a 1 in 11 shot of winning something, and we give something away every single week.
We get this one here is a month of Game Pass. Sometimes we do a year of EA Access. Sometimes we do a year of Xbox Live. I mean, it's a crazy thing. We give codes to games. It's like you just got to call in, leave a question and a comment. Who knows? You also become part of the show when you do that. Look at Space Cat, Jam, Def Jam Bam. Like these guys became part of the show. Luca. So yeah, come in and bring a bit of personality into it and make yourself known.
Yeah, exactly, 100%. And so congratulations to her, and you guys can call in for next week as well. And sign up for the Patreon. $1 a month gets you entered to win a game. And you have, like, I think even right now it's like a 1 in 64 chance to win or whatever. So those are incredibly good odds. Lethal Papa won this month. Last month, I believe Blunter Beetle won, and he was like, "Can you get me the battle pass for Battlefield 1? Sure, why not? You know what I mean? So that's how it all works out. J-Dub, do you want to put it in studio, and then we can do the Mooch and Crap theme song and end the show?
Definitely, let's do it.
Thank you guys all for coming out. And hopefully you guys all have Father's Day. Today
is the greatest day
in the history of M&C Mornings. Thank
you.
Happy
Father's Day.
Have a great day.
Yeah, enjoy your Sunday.
Enjoy.
Peace.
Mooch and Crap. They talk about games and no dramas, man. Search the web for media ties to catch these ponies in their lives. Look out, here comes Mooch and Crab. Are they bots? Listen up, they have Mountain Dew in their blood. NeoGaf, Xbox Reds, Crab's got 10 dog all over it. Hey there, here comes Mooch and Crab. From a tweet of Phil, Xbox hate will arrive like the Scorpio. Mooch and Crab are just in time. Mooch and Crab, zany gaming duel Mooch and Crab. YouTube game is their core. A thumb in is its reward to them. Xbox is one big hangout. Whenever there's a game out, you'll find Mooch and Crab.